So Josh, we've had 4.5 years to think of like proper questions and stuff to ask her when we do get the interview.
Yes.
Have you got anything?
No.
Yeah.
Hi.
Scandinavia.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Daigle, it's been 4.5 years of a journey for us, and we've finally got you on a couch in front of us. Well done.
Thank you. No, well done to you guys.
Oh yeah, I'm complimenting myself.
It's really you that got me here.
Now, before the starts, Lauren, we just need to take you on a quick journey down memory lane. This is the 4.5 year journey. We have a case file, evidence, we have exhibits of where this all began. Josh, if you could start with Exhibit A, please.
This is the first time I ever tweeted you. This was on October the 27th, 2015 at 6:17 p.m. Hence the 4.5 years. That was the first time we got in touch with you.
That was when you had 7,000 followers on Twitter. I've heard you've got a couple more now
Oh my God.
since then.
Can I
Got
please read this?
137,000.
I'm on a mission for my listeners. I host a radio show in New Zealand. It's called One Day, One Daigle.
Well, this is the day, Lauren. That was tweeted at you every day for an entire year. He's deleted most of those tweets now out of shame because it never worked. This is an email that was sent to management on about 6 months later, the 1st of January 2016. I don't know if we got a response to that one.
In 2017, Lauren, we heard you were coming to Hillsong Conference in Australia, and we decided to come and we got T-shirts printed with the One Day One Daigle hashtag on the back.
Wait, y'all were at Hillsong Conference?
Oh, look, we can prove it. Actually, Lauren, this is a photo of you at Hillsong. Yes, it's blurry because we were on the other side of the stadium, but we figured by seat count that was actually you.
Did you see Justin Bieber, the row in front of me?
We actually sat on his seat at one point when we snuck into the VIP area, but he wasn't there and neither were you.
This is where the interview takes a bit of a creepy turn because this is the closest we ever came to you. And that was when we called out your name and you started to come towards us, but then you were swiftly turned away.
Oh my God.
It was within 20 meters of actual contact. It was a big moment for us.
We're going to get another photo at the end, and that will be closest to Daigle. This is some bracelets that we made for you, which we think ended up in the bin. We took a screenshot of one of your music videos to see if the bracelets were on your arm, but they weren't.
And you're wearing a lot of bracelets now, but I don't think we made the highlight reel, which is unfortunate.
Did y'all send these to me?
We gave them to someone to give to you, but we don't know if they ever made it to you.
Okay, well, what is it? What's that saying? Don't shoot the messenger?
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you know this man right here. That is J.R. Reeve, host of the Joy FM afternoon show. He's our man.
Yeah, he's
You
the
thought he
hookup.
was your man, but he was
No,
ours.
he's y'all's man.
He's a double agent this
He
whole
is the
time.
hookup.
And he helped us to create this day, which was an event where over 100 people turned up to Life FM HQ, and we folded 1,000 paper cranes and mailed them to you, to which you received.
I still have those paper cranes.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Like, you don't understand. You might understand because you put all the effort into it. But when I received that, I think it was to date the best gift I'd ever been given.
That's amazing.
Like, paper cranes or Grammy. Paper cranes.
Do you know what's amazing?
But don't tell the Grammys.
We had a band performing at that night of folding the paper cranes. The name of the band is called Paper Cranes, and they are literally opening for you tonight before you play.
That's
What?
Them right there. That's them.
That's the shoulder of one of them.
Oh my gosh.
It's all
I
come
have to
together
meet
for this
them.
moment.
Yeah, y'all let me meet them. Whoever's
Now,
that.
okay, so Lauren, we've done the backstory, and we had to get all that out of the way to get to this point.
Okay.
Which is incredible, and this is
is
where...
y'all are the best. Like, you might be the best radio situation I've ever been a part of.
Well, we'll take
I'm going to
that.
go get that tattooed to me.
Okay, so just starting with something recently, right? So college football in the States, huge. And you just got to
Huge.
sing the national anthem for LSU, who won the championship. It's your home state.
Yeah.
What was that like getting asked to do that? Was that a big moment for you?
Oh, to date career highlight. Period. It was one of the most iconic games in college football history.
I don't know about how it works in America, but seriously, I made it to the semi-final of my high school rugby competition, and there was like 4 people on the sideline.
Wow,
So
you're
it must be a
stud.
sort of a different level of popularity.
Not so much.
So what was that like for you, though, as a big moment, you know, being in your home state?
Okay, so I grew up. I went to LSU when I was in college. My grandparents both worked there for like almost 40 years. Like deep in the veins. We had season tickets to the football games years before I was born. Went to the first game when I was 4 years old. My first game when I was 4 years old. And I remember it was like right before I was supposed to go to college. And I was like, I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to sing for the rest of my life. Why would I go to college? And my parents were like, okay. And I was in this off year in between high school and college. And I took a year away from any school, anything. And I remember I was at the LSU game with my dad. And I was just watching the energy just spill out through the fans. And just goosebumps got on my arms, and I said, God, if I'm ever going to have to go to college, it has to be LSU. Wow. I do not know how I got in because we have...
Are you not very smart or something? Or what?
No, no, to piggyback on that, in the States, we have to take this thing called an ACT. That's to make sure that you can get into college. I scored so low on that because I was like, I'm never going to college. Stayed out super late the night before, filled in little bubbles just for fun, like while I was taking the test. Don't know how I got in. There's like 3 requirements that you had to have in order to get into LSU, which is like lowest common denominator. Let me just say that. And I only passed 1 of the 4.
Wow.
Somehow I got in. And it was some of the best years of my life. So, full circle was my entire family being there. We sat all together. Like my grandparents, the ones who worked there for all those years, were in the stands while watching me sing. This is my best friend Hannah, and she's even crying.
Yeah. She's crying.
She went to LSU with me. Oh. So yeah.
I think Liana might be starting to cry too. Okay.
I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. Here, I'll get closer to you.
So a lot of artists, when they come to Aotearoa, New Zealand, they have like a bit of Kiwiana that they like to do, or they like to start their show with, a crowd pleaser.
Okay.
So we're wondering, do you have anything prepared that you're going to open your show with to please 5,000 people here in Aotearoa?
Like a cover or like of my own songs?
We were thinking like Taylor Swift wore an All Blacks jersey over this giant dress she was wearing. And like kind of people were like, oh yeah, okay. We were thinking something along those lines.
Okay, perfect. So can you tell me what's All Blacks?
Okay, yeah, they're like the LSU football team in New Zealand, okay? Don't worry, if there's nothing planned, Liana has something to give you that hopefully will be helpful.
Not anything physical, but we thought that a bit of te reo Māori would be a great way to open your show.
Okay.
So when I greeted you before, I said kia ora. And you were like, what did you just say?
That was very good.
Beautiful pronunciation. Really? Kia ora means hello in te reo Māori. But we just thought, Lauren Daigle, she needs to go a level up. So what about something like no mai, haere mai, which means welcome in a really beautiful way.
No mai, haere mai?
Is that?
Oh, wow.
Lauren, if you say that to the crowd, you will have them in the palm of your hand.
You could take them anywhere.
No, it is beautiful. Your pronunciation's amazing.
Okay, great. I'm going to do it.
No mai, haere mai.
No mai, haere mai.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
amazing.
good. That's fantastic.
I'm going to do it.
Yay.
And kia ora?
Kia ora means hello.
All right, we're doing it.
You could
All
say
right,
kia ora,
nice.
no mai, haere mai.
Kia ora, no mai, haere mai.
Okay, we thought now you've got a bit of our culture, we could learn a little bit about yours. I saw something on your Instagram page not too long ago about gumbo.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, if it's like an insult to someone or...
Is it a type of shoe? I don't know.
It's a very delicious meal.
Okay, because when I found out there was a meal and I just imagined poutine for some reason.
Oh, okay.
What actually is it?
Nothing like poutine.
Okay, so...
Very, very opposite,
Okay.
actually. Have you heard of like a stew?
We love
Okay, excuse me. It's so hot here, I didn't know that you would be eating stew. No, I'm kidding. So it's basically like everything you could throw in the pot.
Oh, like a boil-up?
Like a boiler.
I told you it was a boil-up. I was right.
So just whatever leftovers you have, biff it into some boiling water and cook it up.
Sausage, chicken. You could do a chicken and sausage gumbo with like a thick roux. Or you could do we do shrimp and crab and oyster.
Just
and
chuck it in, pretty much.
Just throw it in there. Make sure the roux is thick and dark, and then you put it over rice.
Sorry, the roux.
The roux, R-O-U-X. It's the base of the gumbo, the base of the soup.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that up later.
It's,
Okay, we'll
it's
do some
flour
Googling.
and oil boiled.
I was on YouTube the other day and I saw a video from Kelly Clarkson. She was performing at, I think, maybe the last ever American Idol. And she got on stage and she sang this amazing song about her husband compared to her father. It sounds like you've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's incredibly emotional,
Yeah,
right? And
cried.
she could barely finish the song. It's obviously very personal to her. For you, is there a song when you're on stage that maybe is quite hard to perform or takes you to a very emotive place when you have to revisit it?
There was one time on stage that I had that moment where in the middle of the song I just start bawling my eyes out, and it was for You Say. I was in my hometown, and the way that they just freaked out, I mean, just screaming at the top of their lungs, that moment, yeah, I probably won't ever forget that. And I just tears, I backed away and tears just started falling down my face. And then another time that happened was in Arizona. It was for this girl. And I just started falling, like to the point where I had to walk to the back of the stage.
Wow.
Like my drummer came out from around the drums, grabbed me. He was like, come on, you're good, you're good. I'm like sobbing my eyes out. He was like, it's gonna be fine, it's great, it's great. And then I was like, okay. And then I walked back up and I said, well, that doesn't happen often, but here it is.
Is that when you just point the microphone at the crowd? You're like,
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, sing along with me. I can't find a voice in my mind.
Lauren, a few months ago you did a cover of Don't Dream It's Over
Yeah.
from Crowded House. Did you realise that is a New Zealand song?
Yes. Maybe we're gonna do it tonight.
Oh, yeah!
Spoiler alert!
When we say it's a New Zealand song, it's 2/3 of the band are Australian, I think.
but the main guys are
The main
Kiwi.
guys.
Main guy's New Zealander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lauren, thank you so much. It really has been a whirlwind of a journey for us. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's been so long.
I would have never guessed.
Really a highlight for us to be able to interview. Thank you for sitting down with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And
This
best
is
of luck
the
for the
best
show
ever.
tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
God bless you.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
y'all already. I'm like, I don't believe yet. This is fun.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Kia ora. No mai, hi to mai, something like that. No, I can't say it the right way to save my life, but I like it. It made me feel warm and fuzzy when she said it to me. I said, what does that mean? She says, hello. I said, I like it. I have only been in New Zealand for a day, but I can say, y'all might be one of my favorite countries I've ever been to.